boys and girls, welcome to today. And I'm trying something. I don't know how well this is going to sound, but I've taken the mic off of that because I've been having nothing but recording issues with the sound. It keeps cutting out, keeps going quiet, and this doesn't really fit it too well. It's not exactly perfect for it. Sometimes I am really way too loud for the microphone, and it breaks the sound constantly. And then other times that thing, I think the connection loses whatever and it just stops. So I end up chatting away but no sound. So God knows how this is going to come out. I don't know whether it's going to squeal. But you join me halfway through my day, and I'm collecting a load to take up towards Nuneaton, and then I've got to stop in somewhere I've not been before, in Corby. Oh, look at that, I've got one working bulb, brilliant. Stop somewhere in Corby, do a collection there. As far as I'm aware, it's straight back. So, should be fun, nice and easy really, because there's no, once I get to the Nuneaton place, that's as far north as I'm going, then I can start coming back. So I'm essentially going to Nuneaton, well, outside of Nuneaton, but I'm essentially going up there and then coming back via Corby. So brilliant. I get to use the A5, one of my favourite roads. Seriously, it is. I like the A5. I like roads like that. You know, kind of, parts of them are kind of old Roman ones, you know. I don't exactly know how much of the old A5 is an old Roman road, but I know parts of it are, because it's just so bolt straight for so long. And then I get to go on the A14. Depending on what time I finish loading out of Corby, I might go to the A1 down the A1. But again, that depends on the roadworks, the time of day and all that kind of jazz. But at the moment it's 20 to 3. So by the time they've loaded me and I've started leaving, it's going to be school run. Joyous. Joyful, joyful, joyful. One of our double deckers has turned up. This will be fun. Don't know who it is, don't know whether he's any good, but he might need my help to get onto that dock, because the last dock that's remaining is a pain in the arse, because it's tight, it's right next to a greenhouse. So if you go slightly wrong, oh, I know who that is, he's alright. So if you go slightly wrong, you're smashing the greenhouse down. So I might go and assist him, you know. So yes, see you in a bit. nearly made it to my first destination. You can probably hear them unloading me. Oh, that took longer than it needed to. The M1, there was some kind of smash on it, and it was backed right up, and all the matrices around the M25 were saying, for the north, follow the M40, and it's like, whoa, Christ. So I ended up going down the M40 and then up the A43, cutting across back to the M1 and that way, because if I'd have stayed on the M40 and gone up the 42 and onto the A5 that way, well, all around Birmingham, the M42 was just solid red. It's green now because it's getting on a bit. It's 7:05. So I've done what I can, but what was a 2 hour 20-minute drive has turned into pretty much a 4 hour 10-minute drive. So yeah, used a few hours on that one. But at least all I've got to do now is go from where I am, just outside Nuneaton, all the way to Corby, which is about an hour and a half, I would guess, looking at my Pratt now. So yeah, go down the A14, off at the 43. I'm using the 43 quite a bit today, aren't I? Blimey. Yeah, so off at the 43, round that way. Don't you dare tell me you've done that. They've closed the 43, but not where I need it, so bonus. God knows what's going on, but it looks a bit manky, I'll tell you that. I can't cut down there, but I could. Oh well, I'll figure it out, don't worry about that. Yeah, onto the 427 and in that way. Lovely jubbly. Oh well, I suppose I should return some messages. I can't be arsed today, I really can't. Tomorrow I've got someone with me on training, and he phoned me just as I was starting, and he kept saying about what time shall he start tomorrow, and I don't know what my start time is. And I said, you know, the person at the agency will give you the start time. You know, they have not given me start time yet. I need to know what start time, morning or afternoon. No, they will give you. No, they have not given me. Oh, will you listen for a second? So he's already annoyed me. So tomorrow he might not pass. He's just constantly. The thing I hate is there's some members of society will play on the fact that they're foreign. They speak English perfectly fine, they get through the interview perfectly fine, they fill everything out perfectly fine, they do the test perfectly fine, and then when it comes to actually working, they will do everything in their power to you know, get what they want, and that just bugs me. If they start doing that around me, I fail them instantly. I'm just done. So it should be fun tomorrow, but I cannot stand it when people play on that. I not really understand. I need to. Well, how the hell did you get through the written test that the agency give you? How did you communicate with them? So I just get annoyed with it. I just fail them instantly. I'm like, nah, done. I'm not spending my entire day with someone who doesn't understand when I say indicate left, indicate right. You know, if I say stop, I don't want them to go, I not understand. Crunch. You know? So, you racist bastard, Bill. No, I'm just bloody logical. Yeah, why am I going to take somebody on the road who is not going to understand a word I say and potentially have an accident as a result? Why? So I just fail them instantly. But anyway, if you hadn't guessed, I'm in a bit of a mood. it's because I've had to detour so much. I've done over 4 hours driving time on something that should have been, like I said, about 2 hours 20. Just irritates me. And I wonder how much of that is down to driver aids. Seriously. You know, people who are used to, you know, oh well, I've got adaptive cruise control and that. Forget to turn it on, slam up the arse of the car, send them into a different lane. That caused an accident. Have you noticed how more technology getting involved in cars, you know, driver aids and all that bollocks, and the more accidents there seems to be because people are relying on it. Anyway, I've gone green, so I'm going to, quite literally, so I'm going to get my paperwork and bugger off to the next place in Corby. Yay. Well, anyway, that's the end of the day for me. What a bloody mission to get back. Can't believe it. I got to Colby, perfectly fine. Everyone's a winner. And got loaded when I left. Now, I'm going from Colby to, well, Waltham Abbey, really. Waltham Cross, that kind of area. Anyway. Simplest thing to do would be the 6116 onto the A14 to the A1, down the A1, M25 round, everyone's a winner. So I'm trundling down that way, and of course it's dark, so I haven't bothered plugging my camera in, because what the hell's the point in the dark? You ain't going to see anything. So I trundled off down, and the A14 is closed at Ellington, right on the A1. Because they've closed the A1 south, which I didn't know. So I followed it round, I've got back on the A14 and I thought, you know what, sod it, A45 onto the M1, sod it all off because everyone's going to be following the diversion. So I get to the A45 and it's closed southbound. I'm like, for the love of God. So I thought, well, I'll just follow the diversion. The diversion takes you all the way up the 605 to Peterborough services, or Peterborough, and then you get on the A1 South, and then the A1 South is closed. So I got on the A14, followed it to the M11 and down. I was like, really, for God's sake. It has taken me, how much time? Right, I've got 21 minutes of driving time left, and I had 3.5 hours, roughly, of driving time when I left to go from Colby to Essex. It's like, God's sake. But anyway, that's enough for my day as far as I'm concerned. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. God knows what the sound's been like in this. As always, the links are below in the description if you want to go and have a look at Bert's Etsy store and what have you. Anyway, see you later. Take care.